Alright, making a video, hopefully it'll help some people out. I was changing the headlights on my daughter's 2014 Chrysler 200. This is actually the passenger side. I've actually already done the work, but I'm going to show you what I did to actually make it a little bit easier. To do this passenger side, I think so far it's taken me 20 minutes. Going from the original bulbs, which were very dull, to these Philips Crystal Vision Ultras that I found on Amazon. I can actually post some pictures to show you the difference. It actually looks very nice. So that's with the new bulb installed. I'm just fixing to put the dust cover back on. But the one thing I wanted to point out was there's a lot of videos in here saying you got to take off the entire bumper and all that. What I did is I jacked up the car just to make it easier. Some people actually will say turn the wheel in and out. I just don't like having to do all that stuff, so to me it's easier just to jack it up, take the wheel off. But this is what I found that was really helpful. Here's the component, the liner and the fender well, and let me back out a little bit. So on some models they actually have a little access panel that you can open up, but this model doesn't. It's just one continuous it's a two-piece actually, I'm sorry, and it's connected with some of those push-in rivets and or fasteners, I'm sorry, and 3 bolts. So one of these bolts is actually torn on there, as you can see here in the bottom, and then you have 2 more. So you got one over here and one here. And then I took off a total of those push-in fasteners. It was the one here, one right there, and this one which was right here, and then one up here. And there is one more located right there, but I would say leave that one on. That's the one at the very top of the connection, because what that allows you to do is just swivel this thing around. And then you have direct access. So this is the passenger side. I'll create a video for the driver's side. Okay, so here's a quick showing of the difference in the 2 lights. And now keep in mind, this is inside a garage during daylight hours. Now you can see the passenger side is the one that I actually changed out. So very clear white colored light compared to the factory dim one. And I'll put the brights on so you can see the difference. Okay, so now we're doing the driver's side. And as always, safety first. So I always, I don't trust those jacks, the ones that come with the manufacturer. I just don't have a one of those 4 jacks that you can get, 2-ton. I need to get one, because man, it takes forever to jack these cars up. But you know, got my jack stands, got them in place there as backup. And so I'm going to take a similar approach. I'm going to take off this push in here, this one. We got 3 little 7mm bolts. We're going to leave this one similar to what this one right here, similar to what we did on the passenger side, and we'll take this one off. So 1, and then these 3 right here, and then those 3 push pins, and then and this one back here. I forgot about this one. Once you take those off, this entire section should just rotate over, and you'll have direct access. Okay, so driver's side, took all the push pins out. There's 3 there. We got the one that was here. Then we got one up here. Then the bolts. Left this one in because found out it was actually already torn there, so no use in taking it out. And that's it. We left the one here because we wanted this one to hold this up and allow us to swivel. So all you do is you do this to kind of release, and then after that finagle them like that. Just go ahead and play with it. And there you go. Voila, you have access. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get to it real quick. So there's basically a counterclock rotation. And there's your dust cap. And there you go. So I'm not going to show video for the next part, but basically all you want to do is take a note where it's at. So they're going to rotate out in a counterclockwise rotation. I'll go ahead and pop this one out. See here. Come on. There we go. So got this one out here. I'm going to leave it hanging. The reason I didn't wear gloves on this is because that's what we're replacing anyways. It is very important that when you are going to replace these light bulbs, always wear some gloves. I got my shop gloves here. I'm going to put those on because the last thing we want is fingerprints on the new bulbs. It'll actually shorten the life of